Welcome back to another overland van camping adventure. I'm Sterling and I'm down here in southern Arizona, and I'm going to tell you all about this cool campsite that I'm at and the road that I drove in on here. But right now the sun is going down. I've got a few things to do to get camp all set up, so stick around. So I'm out here in the van doing a little bit of solo overland style camping. It's something I like to do quite often whenever I have the time and can sneak away and get out into the desert. I come out to places like this and set up a good campsite, cook a good meal, maybe have a cocktail or a beer, and just get a really good night's sleep all alone out in the desert to experience this kind of solitude, this kind of place. I'm outside of a town called Patagonia in southern Arizona. Patagonia is a really cool small town. It's out in the grasslands and there's some mountains around the town. It's got a number of good restaurants, a couple of coffee shops. There's some little arts and crafts stores. It's a really good place to stop and pick up some supplies, grab a cup of coffee, and head out into the backcountry on an adventure like this. When I left Patagonia, I went down a road that I've traveled on a few times before, and it's one of my favorite roads in this area. It's called the Ruby Road. It's not that long, but it travels through the mountains down here in southern Arizona, and it goes from Patagonia to another really cool small town called Arivaca. And along the way it passes through the Coronado National Forest, which is where I am right now. And because it's a national forest, you're allowed to camp out here and go on adventures like this, so it's pretty easy. The sun is about ready to go down, so I've got the string lights out tonight, something a little different. We're gonna have a good meal. I saved you a seat. I'm gonna cook up some salmon and some corn and make a Caesar salad to go along with that, and if there's any room left over, I've got a slice of cherry pie, so it should be pretty good. Isn't this great? What did I tell you? Look at this sunset behind me. It is really, really beautiful out here right now. And I've got the fire going. I'm just waiting for the coals, the embers, and then we're gonna cook some salmon on the fire. I like to have a well-lit campsite. I've got a lot of different lighting sources here in the van, everything from lights that are built into the van to lanterns, string lights, different things like that. But It makes it kind of fun, and it helps me shoot a little bit of video because it gives it some extra light. Really glad you guys could join me on this little overland van camping adventure. The coals are looking good, and I'm just about ready to throw my fish on the fire, sip on my rye here, and just enjoy this time out in the desert. Tonight I'm using these string lights here, which I haven't used before, but they seem to be working really well. I really like the ambiance that they're giving off tonight. In fact, I think it's one of the better lit campsites that I've had, and so I might be using these again in the future. Right now I'm sitting in the van with the stove going. It's nice and toasty warm in here, and it's just a great slow relaxing morning out here. I'm not in a hurry. But right now it's time to try this cherry pie. One of the things that I'm the most proud of in this van is the solar system. So underneath me here is where the battery is, and it's a 170 amp hour Renogy lithium battery, and it's connected to my solar panel on the roof. And then right here is my battery monitor. This tells me everything I need to know about the amps that are being drawn and what's going into the battery. As you can see here, from all of the usage last night, and that included the electric LED string lights, my LED lights inside the van, I was charging a few camera batteries, and I was running the Dometic refrigerator. And so for the entire night, it's down to 88% right now. So I've got a lot of power here. I can run all of the lights that I need, the refrigerator, I can charge camera batteries, that I basically just do not have to worry about solar power. Cutting board goes right here behind the knives. These are bolted in. They're not going anywhere. It's really solid. Same with the stove. That's bolted into the countertop here, so it's not moving. Back here, I have a full power strip. It has lights on it, and I can also charge anything that I need to, like my camera batteries or my drone batteries, while I'm going down the road. So this whole little setup here is really nice. It works really well. So this is one of my storage boxes here, and inside of here is where I keep my lantern and all my different fuel supplies. And I always like to keep it fully stocked so that I have multiple sources of fuel for whatever I need, that I'll just never run out of fuel when I'm on the road. I was really impressed by these little string lights that I used last night, because I thought it really gave the campsite some cool nighttime ambience. So that was a win on this project. I've never used these before. They're from Costco and they're LED lights, so they don't really use too much of my van's auxiliary battery power. It looked like, according to the battery monitor, I think they were drawing about 2.5 amps, that I could probably run them for a couple days solid before running out of battery. So definitely something I'm going to keep in the van and use them again for those nighttime camping scenarios. So this is my bed in daytime mode. One mattress just goes up on top of the other one, and then I can put the sheepskins and the folding chairs up there. And I still have some visibility out the back of the window. In fact, I might move that sheepskin on the left out of the way and reposition some things so that I have absolute maximum visibility out of the back window. Thanks for coming along on this van camping adventure down here in southern Arizona. I hope you had a good time with me out here in the desert. I'm going to get back on the road now, and if you made it this far in the video, please come back for more. There's going to be lots more van and motorcycle travel videos.